Yeah. It's that time again. Welcome to Sage Movie Reviews with me, Sage and Sonder.
Hello.
You don't have to raise your hand; they can't see you.
Alright, fine.
I'm going to
Yeah, I'm waving at the people.
I went to go from the back.
Yes.
Alright,
You can see me in the spirit, right?
nah, it's okay. Well, but so today we're gonna be reviewing Jurassic World Dominion. Yes, I feel like when they started naming these things, Jurassic Park was a classic name.
It's simple.
When they started calling it World, then they just lost me. But the first one was dope. The first one I liked it. Maybe it's because like, it was too simple. Papa in W2, we humanize everything, rights and stuff. Hey, dinosaurs matter.
But have you ever thought could like the whole franchise itself? It's more of like you don't know.
It's white. It's white.
It's just white people shit.
It's white people shit. Like,
yeah, because who the fuck makes a dinosaur pit?
We have discovered dinosaur blood in a mosquito. so let's make dinosaurs and make a park. Was there even a single black person in the first Jurassic Park?
Yeah, there was the guy who was like I must say the gatekeeper.
Didn't he die?
No, he didn't die. I'm not believing about this one even. I do the French nigga. I was Zanzi. I'm French police. What was? I should have Chris Pratt.
That
nigga.
This dude.
Hey, he didn't die.
I saw that dude, and then I couldn't remember what he did. But I've seen like one series on Netflix, not
Lupin.
Hey, yeah, it's not like
Lupin.
It's Lupin. Why is that? Because
it's him.
I was just expecting him to just like steal dinosaurs. Like what he's gonna steal dinosaurs right now. But then they took it in a different direction.
Yeah, obviously.
Yes, but alright, tell me how to tell a movie. Personally, I believe they shouldn't have taken it this far. Like the first Jurassic Park, it was a trilogy. I did 3. Now I liked it. Maybe it's because I was a kid.
No, it's like because I don't think that one of my favorite movies, childhood Shark Boy Love Girl. I watched that shit.
I tried.
I think it was last year, bro. It's terrible. Like, I think it's more like, that thing when you watch it as a kid, like, it's like the first experience of it. It's like, so, you can't imagine something more.
Your mind feels in the CGI.
It's just like, amazing.
Even this one, Pani I try by all means to have animatronic dinosaurs. But then it still just looked weird.
It did.
It just did not vibe for me. And also the thing I have a problem with, the names, man. the dinosaur names, who keeps up with them? Because Bunny names Sage and Sonder. But there's this other one that I named myself. You ain't doing it final fight. I named it myself. I call it the Freddy Kruegersaurus. Because again is my like these 3 fingers looking items. I think I took about knives. I was like
why?
It's Freddy, why is it? But then let's talk about the movie. What were your thoughts on the movie?
Okay, so disclaimer, I didn't finish the movie. I was supposed to watch it last night and I'll point through I just fell asleep. So the part that I did watch, obviously I think for me, it's more like I was saying, I don't like cult classics. So I think the thing they did was like, a movie that was loved by people.
Yeah.
And they just stretched it to a point of what's going on? Okay, so they took a cult classic and then they just stretched it up to a point of I just like it there. But then they just feel off my views are very much with it. They know people are just gonna watch because they've made a name for themselves. But the one thing I say I thoroughly enjoy about the Jurassic, like the trilogy actually is Chris Pratt, to be honest. I think for me that's the reason I watch it.
Alright, the last, I feel like the first Jurassic World movie, for me it was Chris Pratt. The second one, it was just white people type of thing. Because you can't tell me, Kuti, the first one, the dinosaurs get loose. Right? And these people escape by the skin of their teeth. And then the second one now, you go back. It's a classic Jurassic Park thing. The first one you escape narrowly. Then the second one you find some dumb reason to go back. And you almost die. Then you come back. And now Ababa travel to save. And then they saved. Then they were saving the dinosaurs. Then they take them. And then at the very end comes there's a clone, by the way.
No, I know the clone. I don't know the beginning of the movie.
Then the clone can release my dinosaurs. Like, why would you release my dinosaurs and say, hey, we're being tortured? These are things that are supposed to be extinct.
Yes.
Why are you releasing them?
The whole premise of the movie is, that's good. It's a movie and it's not realistic. But like, I think any good movie for me has to have some semblance of realism.
Yes.
As much as, like, I don't know how people would react to having like extra. I don't know. I don't know what blue was. I know blue angarichi.
Blue as a velociraptor.
Then one like a T-Rex like muka mokten like no, it doesn't make sense. I don't think people just casually just live with the dinosaurs.
Yes.
Like they can't cohabitate peacefully.
That was the concept of this movie now. To show like the impact of having my dinosaurs in society. How can people live with these animals and still have a life it is sustainable and stuff like that?
It can't put them. I think the majority of them are like
and I just felt like, because in the movie they were saying with this bill, the people are voting and stuff like that. Should they be killed or should they? I feel like they should have just killed them all.
Yeah, like that thing.
Just be done with it.
It came from the sky in the old ages.
What is it? Right, so, but they are alright. Talking about this movie, they should not have dragged it this far. This movie, the only thing that I actually enjoyed was Dr. Ian Malcolm. First we by Jurassic Park 2, I think. Okay.
Yeah, I remember.
Exactly. I like that guy because he brought some element of comedic relief.
So you tell me Chris wasn't funny?
Chris was not funny.
It was just serious.
He was just the guy who raised. I touched about Stranger Things. He just did the hand thing, man. Then the dinosaur would just calm down. So then that this other element here, the girl identity, she's trying to see whether if you're a clone, you can actually be the true version of the thing. At the same time, Blue actually has a kid.
Yeah, I know. I saw that part
and stuff. So,
but then Blue couldn't have kids, huh?
No, Blue could have kids,
but then she had the kid by herself.
Yeah,
she didn't have to make.
When they were creating her DNA to fill in the gaps, like my genes, monitor lizard or something which can reproduce asexually.
I have a thing, like it might be a reach. I have this feeling here with most of this movie, like the underlying issue I watch is something to do with sexuality. I don't know why. I just don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but no, I don't know. I just have this feeling it's just leaning towards that side.
Alright.
It's fine.
But alright, in terms of enjoyability of this movie, as I said, Kwandidi, it had all the cliches of a Jurassic Park movie. That thing, you have a situation where you are thrust into a forest full of dinosaurs for some dumb reason. This time, of course, but it still wasn't. Like, you could see when they were leading up to it. They are playing, Crusher, and then the lady, the main character, she gets thrust into a forest full of dinosaurs, which is a classic Jurassic Park move. So now she's moving through. The only enjoyable part about that specific scene was Panuya and Freddy Kruegersaurus was there. And then I'm definitely copywriting that.
Yeah.
And then she crawls underneath the water. It's I think the scene is no, and the thing I think Chai warn is
alright.
So Chai go tell like my general emotions. I end up like I don't crawler. She told me she told me she told us not this thing I could kill it because Chai go the man knives it wasn't even a carnivore. It actually browsed. Chai to the man leaves. But collateral damage. That thing where you need the dinosaur or the character to show how powerful it is. So, something you find go destroy or go rival for that. So then she crawls, and I like that part when she crawls underneath the water,
Uh-huh.
and then the camera gives us a sort of like a cross section of view.
Okay.
And then so the dinosaur is like, this is the water. Here she's shown at the so what going up? The dinosaur is right above, and then it just roars. So it was nice because you know it's just like, this is good, but then still my cliches are you get thrust into a forest where there are dinosaurs, and then you have to move through there and stuff. And also another theme that they took that I didn't quite enjoy. I feel like the execution was dumb.
Okay.
Or was badly done. The same thing that they did by Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Uh-huh.
By No Way Home, it was done okay. You bring back my beloved characters from the past.
Yes.
By No Way Home, it was something we needed and we loved it.
It was for closure.
It was for closure. Yeah. That's okay, and then we've wrapped up that chapter. But Ghostbusters, presence, the original Ghostbusters guys, we introduced and then it just didn't make sense. That's exactly the same thing that they did about. I feel like the originals, like with this other blonde lady, I forgot my name now. Pana Ian, Pana Alan, and then I forgot the lady.
The name is just forgetful. I forgettable, sorry.
So, Ivo Manji, their introduction into the movie did not come as something amazing, Kwandiri. It just came as a footnote. They're able to write. They're trying to wrap up the series. So how do we do that? To touch all the fans by the movie. Let's bring back my characters such that even the young ones, Jurassic World, even the old people, they have something to relate to. And in as ways, it's really believable. Right? So I mentioned, and then there's this part of 7. Anybody 7, and they were hiding past Honda feet. But you want the dinosaur. I know I'm with these things, you don't know anything about them. But then you can't tell me you know 100% pay Honda feet 7. And it was also it was too unrealistic in the sense as if it's in the sense of Papa's not any blood. You can see with our 7 right now, they are never supposed to die. And then my near-death experiences are right to it. Why don't I school Buddha? I school Buddha. And then those 3 guys, even all the beloved characters, they are old.
Mm-hmm.
But when they were running, I don't know the mechanics of a dinosaur. But then they should have been eaten. But they put you there for a slow jog. So
with my medium items.
A slow jog. So up Freddy Krueger, Sora's on Gary Povakatari.
Just eyeing people.
Just eyeing. No,
it's fine.
Where's the list? Okay, I'm not supposed to
kill this one.
So run.
Okay, so after all this has been said, would you actually recommend this movie to someone else? Or would you tell them, never, don't watch this movie, it's complete trash, please don't?
If you're someone who needs closure, to round up, kuti wakaona ma Jurassic Park movies easy, then watch it. Just to kungonyaradza yako tino ndakapedza.
Okay.
But otherwise, in terms of kuyatonakirwa nemovie no. It's not even necessary because the my cliches are natural.
Yeah.
Which dinosaur always wins the fight? The T-Rex. This time, guys, there's so many dinosaurs here. But if you have one T-Rex at the end, there's always a T-Rex fight at the end.
Yeah, obviously.
So
it wouldn't be a dinosaur movie without a T-Rex fight.
Giganotosaurus. He's dumb. Giganotosaurus inosangana ne-T-Rex. In Panaito one and alright, T-Rex win. And then they started fighting.
Remember, see, in the previous ones, they used to take like the DNA samples, like Pana Blue. I remember some party T-Rex. This hybrid killing machine, but that Blue was initially supposed to be like an assassin of sorts.
Yes.
Like a dinosaur assassin. That doesn't make sense at all. But we'll just leave it at there. So I think for most of the dinosaurs about Jurassic World or Jurassic Park or whatever, that's what they did. Like even the company, I think Biosyn had something to do with most of them.
Yes.
So in general, those are language. I will throw DNA samples with this one and that one, and then they'll just mix to create like this hybrid thing. Maybe you Freddy Krueger broke by food.
Upamanja was not the contribute to their mixing my genes.
I think it was more like they didn't say it out loud. You should have known from watching the previous one.
Though
But they've been doing this for like 2 movies now, so the chances of them doing this in this one are very high.
This one, mind you, they took me by surprise. You know what they did? The T-Rex lost one.
Why?
But so the T-Rex was fighting Gigantosaurus. Gigantosaurus was it? So they fought, and then the T-Rex got his ass beat. Then Baba Majashika, Freddy Kruegersaurus. Freddy Kruegersaurus for Lashika Manjiga. T-Rex was going to Lazarus up, was it? Come back to life. And then for it tag team G.
Because Godzilla vs King Kong.
Gigantosaurus, what piece was it? What piece was it?
Alright, so in conclusion, this movie is terrible.
It has too many cliches.
Yeah.
You have everything that you want from a cliche. Everything that you want from a cliche. You have the forest thing. You have that Asian scientist.
Obviously.
That one Asian
scientist
that you have.
The one with the long wavy hair.
Exactly.
And then just be like, boy.
We just say some Asian shit. But Godzilla was that one girl, I'm going to Godzilla. And you have the black woman who's a badass.
Okay.
And
who never died.
Yes. She actually, she wasn't supposed to be a main character, but you can see when they just like add a splash of color.
Obviously.
So in conclusion, watch it as a child I grew up watching this line of movies. But in terms of Kunyato Nagi on the move, no. No.
Yeah, okay. So from us here at Sage Movie Reviews, please don't watch this movie. It's completely terrible. Thank you guys.
Alright. See you next time.